Welcome to CodeWrite Technology Limited. Today I'm about to show you our school management system named Symanus and demonstrate to you the functionalities and features that are available within the system. So when you get your link for the app, it's a web-based application. So as you get the link, you open, you will be presented with the login page. We will be given an administrator credentials of which you can change later. So as you are on the login page, you click on login to log in into the system. So once you are in the system, you can go ahead and then start using the system. So I'm going to show you how to use the system, all the functionalities that are within the system, and anything that you would need to know in order to make use of the system effectively. So when you log in for the first time, you are at the dashboard. You'll be presented with a nice dashboard. As you can see, there are information about billing, fees, attendance, assessment, report cards, users, students, guidance, courses, classes, SMS. These are all modules or features that are available in the system, and you're going to take them one after the other in order to make good use of the system. So to start, let's look at the modules in all. So under the system, when you are presented with an empty system or a new system, you start from the setup features. So as you can see, we have the users and roles. We have leave request management, staff or teacher management, student management, guardian management, class management, course management, report card management, attendance management, school fees collection management or fee collection management. It comprises of school fees, transportation fees, and among others. So feeding fees even involved, right? There's expenditure management, reporting management, export management, and SMS management. So all these features or modules are available for use, and once it's enabled, you'll be able to use them. So to start, let's go to how to add students. To add students, you click on students and you hit on new student. So in here, I'm going to show you the kind of information you will need to provide for you to add a new student into the system. So for a student, you will need a student number, which the system gives you an auto-generated number, which you can assign your own based on how you want your student numbers to be structured. An admission date, the name, the first name and the surname or the last name of the student, the sex, the date of birth. These are information that you would require for you to add a student. But there are some of the information, or most of the information, that are required. In other words, you need to provide them or you will not be able to fill in. So you say a student is called John, you enter the name, say Edu, you choose the sex, and these other two fields are necessary. These other four fields are necessary before you can conclude. The first one is the class. You have to assign a class. The second one is the transit, whether the student would walk or would take a bus. Now, that is for schools that you give bus to students. Okay, take students to school through bus. If there is not such thing in your school, you can just always choose walk to school. And there is affiliation. whether the student is a staffed student or a non-staff. So staff students are students that have a relation with a teacher or a headmaster or someone in the school. So with that, you would choose, if a student is staffed, you would choose a staff student. If not, you choose none. You can choose the profile picture if you have taken a picture of the student, or you can leave it. But the most important information that you would need to provide are the name, the first name and the surname, the ID number, the admission date, the class, and these two fields. Now you can also assign a guardian to the student. You can always click on this add button to add a guardian, and the class is supposed to be present. Now, in order to have this class available, so for instance, now we choose the class, you can just create the student, choose work, and create the student. Once you submit it, it will give you an alert to let you know the student has been created successfully, to open for you to see the details and everything. So I'll quickly show you how to add the classes so that you'll be able to choose the classes even before you create the student, right? So to do that, you go to classes and you go to new class. So to add a class, you enter the name of the class. Let's see, or let's say basic level 1. You can choose, maybe this is level 3, level 4. Now the class levels are necessary for movement of the students, where there are cases or there are instances where a particular level, let's say, so you start from nursery, you move to the lower level, the basic level, and you go to the GHS level in this school, right? So at the nursery level, some have nursery 1 and nursery 2, and then they come to the basic level 1 up to 5, some have up to 6, and sometimes there are certain levels that have more than one class. In other words, let's say a basic level 1 has class A and class B. Their student number is huge, so they have divided them into 2 groups or 2 classes at the same level. So in that case, you would have, let's say, basic level 1A, and you have it at level, let's say, level 3, and then you create that. So you create that. Let's come back again and say basic level, say 1B. This is the B, but these are the same level 3, right? So so I'll move from nursery, which is level 1, nursery 2, which is level 2, and basic level 1, which is level 3, right? But basic level 1 is level 3, but has 2 classes. So I've choose class basic level 1A and basic level 1B, where I can add, assign a class to someone to handle the class session. So once you are able to add in another class, right? So now I have class A, basic level 1A and basic level 1, but they are the same level 3. So it means that these are actually 2 classes containing the same level of students, so that if they move to a higher level, we'll be able to just move all of them to that level. So that is how the classes work. So once you are able to add the classes, anytime you come to add students, you'll be able to add the student according to their class. So you can see we have basic level 1A, 1B. These are the 2 classes that are available for basic level 1, right? and they are the same level 3, which is from nursery 1, nursery 2 to the basic level 1. So how do we, so once you have students in the system, another important thing would be the education, the lessons, or what you call courses. So you would go to courses, you click on new courses. So under new courses you can add them. So if English language course, say, and you provide a course code, you provide a level. So when I choose level 3, that means all classes that belongs to level 3 are going to be studying this particular course. So English language 101, or I can just leave it to English language and just enter the 101 as the code, will be handled, by who, assigned to who, which is something you're going to talk about. That is usually the teachers which are on the platform. Then you click on create. Right, so it has been taken because the 101 is taken. So let's take 102, or let's say even say 103. Okay, so now we have the course 103 has been created, which is for level 3, or BS1 and BS1A and BS1B. So you see the course, you see the student that will be assigned to the course, and you can always go to list courses to see all the courses that has been given. As you can see, we have exam course 1 here, we have English course 103, course 101 has been taken, right? So this is, let's say, for the nursery student 101, and then another course for the basic level students. So that's how to add courses to the system. Let's quickly rush to attendance. So you can go to attendance, you can list all the attendance that has been taken. So at the end of each day, you'll be able to get a list of all the attendances that has been taken. So as at now, on this date, there was 1 attendance for this class has been taken. So to add a new one, I can just click on add new attendance, and I'm going to demonstrate. So let's take attendance for class 1. I've chosen the class term, the first term 2024. I'm assigning it to someone, and 1 person to approve. Now while I'm going to take attendance, there's a button to auto bill students. So if you're a school that collect school fees or any kind of fee by the attendance of students, there are some schools that bill the student according to their attendance, especially for fees that has to do with food, transportation, and stuff like that. So it said that if the student comes to school, then he took a bus, right? If the student takes bus to school, if the student does not come to school, then he will not take the bus if it's a student that takes the bus, or will not eat if the student is not present in school. So when you are taking attendance, you can auto bill them. The system will intelligently decide whether the student was present by the attendance. So when you do that, you create attendance. Once the attendance is created, to give you the information, it will give you an estimated bill, but this bill would be changing based on whether the students are present or absent. So to mark the attendance, you will see there are 3 tabs: attendance, marking, and related students. So you can see the rated students, they are all marked absent, and I can mark them by going to the page. You see their profile picture, and I'll just select them, and I've marked them present. The students are present, right? As you can see, they are all present. I can just submit this for approval, and because there is a bill for them because they were present, maybe by bus or by food or whatever it is, they will have to pay that bill, and the teacher will be expected to bring